came up. I didn't know it could be reversed. Then I started learning about this vegan diet. I tried everything else, said, let me give it a shot. I tried it. So I started on my journey. The first thing, I started learning about dairy, about the meat industry, all those industries that are killing us. And I said, you know what, I'm going to try it. Now, I just came out of a heart attack at 47. I was 50 in 2013. I'll be 58 this May, you know? So I started, so I went on the road, and I was realistic to myself, being a man. I said, I'm not going to stop overnight. It's going to be impossible for me to stop eating animals overnight. So I made the wise choice and said, you know what, I'm going to stop an animal at a time. So boom, I started with dairy. A couple of months later, I started thinking it was pork, then meat, little by little. Year and a half later, I had my last egg. And that was it. After that, a couple of months later, I got blood work. I went to the doctors. My physician goes, hey, you looking kind of skinny lately. What are you doing? I said, I'm just exercising and changing my diet. I didn't tell him I was going plant-based. And then I said, okay, because I got time to talk about your blood work. I said, what's wrong? He said, I don't know what you're doing. He said, but I don't see no sign of diabetes. He goes, you're healthy. I said, well, thank you. And it felt so good after popping all these medicines and feeling like crap. I mean, there were times I couldn't even drive or get dizzy. I couldn't even shave in the morning. I was so dizzy. Plus, my diet wasn't good because I didn't know anything about nutrition. I was popping these pills like not even as a physician told me to do it, but just as diabetics do it. Anytime we feel like shit, I'll be like, no good, you know? And that was diabetic. We just pop it. We forget to take them as the physician tells us, and it does help. Anyway, and I was saying, so I said, you know what? So I started exercising, I went to the gym, and my son's gonna turn this around right now so you can see what I'm talking about. This was me. All right? This guy right here, this was like 280, this guy right here went up to about 310. That was like in my mid-58, my mid to late 40s, and that was me at 50 or 51. As you can see, I had this belly, I think there was a waist 44. Over here, well, I don't know what it was. Anyway, so I was just falling apart. And then I started making my transition, started exercising, started working on me. And that's the guy you see today now, you know? A strong guy, and I tell you, I so slow, so natural. I have no hanging skin, I have no operation, I never did no powders, no nothing. I just put in hard work, and I changed my diet to a total whole food plant-based diet. And people, you know, in the beginning, watch it, you know, you're not going to get your protein, you're not going to get this. They weren't worried when I was eating Kentucky Fried Chicken by the buckets I was getting my protein, you know? So anyway, I kept going, because the first people that are going to, and it's sad because the first people that will tear you down if you're going on a health food journey or a vegan journey, plant-based journey, is the people closest to you, you know? And that's a fact. But I kept going, I kept exercising, I kept losing weight, I started even gaining muscle, like 354, muscles that I never had. I was like, wow, and I wasn't training hard, I was just exercising, watching my weight. I didn't count calories, I didn't do anything, I just put in more plant-based food, more. And this was in 2013 when there was no green culture. There was none of that, so I had to learn how to cook, and it sucks. But I ate it because it was nutrients. I understood the difference between food and nutrients, you know. So that was it. So then what happened? I'm going to bring my son up over here. Now my son, him and I used to take him to softball games, baseball games, football games, soccer games. He did every sport in the book. And I fed him the way I ate. Drive-thrus and 2 for $5s and 2 for $4s and sodas and french fries. And this kid was at least 40 pounds overweight. All right, he was just like me. We were like twins. You know? But I'm going to have to tell you a little bit story how he was influenced by his father. And by the way, like the t-shirts, right? Look at that. Yeah.
How's it going, everyone? Like you said, my name is Alexander. I'm his youngest son, 26 years old. So about 6 years ago, I went fully vegan. 2 years before that, I was 18. I was in college, and I was very, very heavy. About 3-4 inches shorter than I am now, and about 220, 230 pounds. So it's very round. At that time, my father started changing his diet. That's when he started changing the way he was eating, just kind of being conscious of what was going into his body. I saw the old man doing it, so I said, I gotta do something about it myself. He's too old to be out doing like that. So anyway, I started changing my diet little by little, just like he said. But the biggest thing from him taking control over his life was me recognizing that I needed to take control over my life. Because I'm going to follow what he was doing. Because even though he was saying different things, I'm going to follow his actions. And so once he switched his actions, then I was able to follow his actions. I was able to get my help in line. I was able to get my weight under control. And ultimately led to me finding that unit over there with my baby. I have my daughter Sai over here. But those little actions, little by little, change everything. You know, you throw a pebble into a lake, it creates a ripple effect. So everything that you do is not singular, but it has effects. And so that's how he affected me, affected my life, my trajectory, my path, my everything. Because if my life was not under control, my health, my weight, all of that, I would not have been able to manifest the woman that I have today. I would not be able to have the family that I have today. And everything really is a, effect. So yeah.
You know, it's such a blessing. This choice that I made back in 2013, it was for me. It had nothing to do with my family. I knew that I was already halfway in the grave. I knew it. I felt it. I said, wow, I built a business. I was going to let it go because of the choice of my food, my weight, the way I was feeling. I said, no, so I started making a change. And that little change that I made changed my son's life and my grandkids' life. So here we are, one little decision that I made 8 years ago changed my whole my future generations. So I don't have to worry about my son ever getting diabetes or my grandkids dealing with diabetes or anything, because that ain't going to exist no more. You see, so it takes one person to stop it. I heard a saying the other day in Facebook. I saw he said, he ran in my family until he ran into me. And that's what we got to say. We got to be the decision maker. You got to be yourself, the health influence in your life, because we all influence. You know, we influence them to be bad, or we influence them to be good. We influence them to be greater, but also better. They're looking at us. And I'm so glad that I can sit here at 58, look at my kids, and my older daughter, she's 34, she's also fully vegan. Her husband is vegan. My other granddaughter is vegan. One decision that I made 8 years ago, and I didn't even know what I was doing, but I was committed to live. Because when I sat in the hospital at Countryside Meats, and they put that paste over here when I had the heart attack, and all was saying cold blue, cold red, cold blue, I was like, oh my, what happened to me? It's like, I was dying. I said, I was scared. But I still didn't do anything for 2 years later. You know, but it's little seeds that we plant. You know, I don't know, that's why I said, like, I do what I do, because I know I'm here for a reason. I'm here to help just one more person. I'm not trying to help the whole world, but just one more person. My family, I'm just happy I see my family healthy. Strong, and my kids and my granddaughter. Sai, come here, baby. Come here. Look, this is my granddaughter, my oldest. Oh, come here, baby. Come up here. Do you think this is worth it? Come on. Come on, baby. You see? And if I never would have made that choice, I would have missed it. I wouldn't be able to get down and say, baby, I love you. But you see, that's what I tell people. Our food choices love us. I got to play with her, and we got to roll around the grass, and she runs up to me and run up to her. That's that right there. After me eating? Never. After vegan? Bam! So that's what I'm saying. So the decision doesn't affect our future with our kids and grandkids. I'm looking at you. Thank you, baby. I love you. It's worth it. It's worth it. I mean, I tell you, everything. It's incredible everything that we put in our mouths, how it affects our future. And right now I'm so conscious. I'm not, yes, at the beginning I did it for weight reasons and things. I'm glad what I did. But right now I'm beginning to live. I feel good. I get to enjoy my family. I get to enjoy my friends. I get to be out. I don't know, some of you follow me on Facebook. I'm out all the time. I'm never home. People say, I don't think you sleep. Sometimes I don't, right? I don't sleep, right? That's my lady over there. Sometimes I don't sleep, but you know what it is? I got so much fire in me because I tell people I resurrected from the couch. I was in the couch for 20 years. It's like, no, I'm not going back. That's the worst thing. People think, the worst thing in your house is a refrigerator. It's the damn couch. Get rid of that couch. Or put a couch that's uncomfortable. You know, put chairs and couches like they do in restaurants. You know, you can only sit down for an hour in them. Those are things we need in the house. Because those couches that make them so comfortable, you don't want to get up, you know? So seriously, so that's why I'm out there. I'm living, I enjoy my family, I do what I do. And I do it with passion because I do love what I do. I share free stuff, I help people, I don't charge nothing like that, I just help people. And that's why I want to talk more in this event, you know, be a public speaker, share my story, you know, and I want to keep going and going. I mean, it doesn't matter how old you are. I always tell people, this old man did it. And not only old in years, but old in body. You know, because the more we eat, the more weight we carry, we age faster. And our body breaks down faster. But the leaner you get, the stronger you get, the longer you live. You know, and I'm not saying that you're going to live to be 150, but you get to live every day. You know, you get to live every day. In the mornings I get up, I say, what should I do today? Should I go walking? Should I go cycling? Should I go do this? Should I do that? Should I go to the Tampa Club? I don't know. Should I do this? Should I do that? But I have a choice. And that's what being healthy, called whole food plant-based is about. If you choose to live for health, to have choices. The little things we miss, you know. I got so heavy, I used to buy Velcro sneakers. I couldn't buy shoelaces, I couldn't tie them, you know? And I even tried to put my sneakers like with a big spoon because I couldn't bend down. The little things we miss. That, like I said before, the little things just waking up on morning saying, I'm gonna go for a walk. Those are the little things, we don't miss the big things. You know, it's the little things. We're going out, you know, in fact, we want to go out, we're going to play a little ball. All right, I'll see you there. You see what I'm saying? You know, right there, my baby, Sai, she visited me about 2 years ago. And she was 2 and she had started running. You know when they run, they want to run everywhere when they start running, you know. So she comes to my house, she said, Papa, let's go outside, let's run. And she's running, I'm running behind her, and I'm running, right? My son took a video. You know, he sends me the video. And literally when I saw the video, I was like, wow. I almost got tears in my eyes because I said, if she would have went to this guy and said, Papa, let's run, this guy would have said, Papa, just watch you, baby. Papa can't run. You know, and I would have missed that video, that memory of her and I running. And that's priceless. You can't give me no money to forget that memory. You know, and then years from now, when they're 10, 20, 30, when I'm not around, they're going to say, damn, my grandpa was a badass. And that's what I want them to say. I don't want them to say, yeah, my grandpa, yeah. He died at 50 because he was very heavy, blah, blah, blah. And then what happens, you're not only hurting them in your, let's just say, DNA or whatever, but you're hurting them in memories. And then they learn to accept that at 40, 50 years old, it's okay to get sick. It's okay. No, we have normalized, you know, diseases, which don't have to be. And some of us got choices. The worst thing is when once you get diagnosed, you're done. Now it becomes a rough road to recovery. But if you stop it, you prevent it. Prevention is key to everything, to life, you know. I like a quote by Maya Angelou. She's a great poet, I love her. I said, I did then what I knew how to do. Now that I know better, I do better. Like the couple was talking, yes, you know, we have reel-to-reel, 8 tracks. We had all this stuff back then. Now it's normal. But now we're using other technologies. So same thing with health, same thing what we eat, you know. I did what I knew back then, you know. Back then, yeah, I did that, but now I know better, so I do better. So that's what I recommend everybody just do. If you're not plant-based or vegan or whatever, just look into it, you know. Try it. How about man over here? This man right here's a testimony, right? My man Mark. Tell him a little. How much you lost?
100 pounds.
100 pounds. How long you been plant-based?
2 years, 8 months.
2 years and 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Look how great. So it's nothing. That's what I was saying. I'm not special. I just made a choice. Say, I'm going to live like my man over here. We met about 2 years ago, right?
Last year, I think.
Yeah, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he's still living. You see, once you make a decision,
it's for life.
It's for life. Thank you. He said I don't like talking. I think he likes talking. Next time me and you are going to do this. But you see, it's just everybody can do it. If you're doing it for health reasons because either maybe you carry extra weight, or you got some type of disease that maybe you can control it or normalize it or reverse it, plant-based plants have the answer. All right, we got vegan doctors here. We got people that are passionate about that can help you can reach out. You know, we got coaches, we got trainers, we got everything. So now it's no longer 1980. This is 2021 already. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for the opportunity to listen to me. And thank you for listening and hearing and everything. Thank you. And I want to bring my family up here for just for a minute. Come here. Let me look at this. Look at this. Oh, this kid. Sasa, come here. Come here. Violeta, come on. I made all the shirts. It's my friend. Look at this. What a plant-based diet. Look at that. My lady Violeta, my son, my daughter-in-law, look, my little boy, look, the Obi, look at that. And they all got the t-shirts. Look at that. Yeah? Exactly. You know, whoever called it this, you're one decision away from a different life. Bullseye. All right, and thank you again, everyone. I appreciate it.